Good morning, T-Wolves. Mr. Quentin here with what we're doing today. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to be talking about overpopulation. Yes, overpopulation. Now, that doesn't mean that you're on top of the population. No, it doesn't mean you're over them. It doesn't mean you're better than them. It doesn't mean you're the same as them or even under them. That's not where the population is over you. No, no, no. Overpopulation is simply when there are too many people in one place where there are not enough resources to support them, natural or otherwise, really. That is overpopulation in a nutshell. Well, actually, overpopulation in a nutshell would be if you had this itty bitty tiny nutshell and then you tried to put the word overpopulation in it. That would be overpopulation in a nutshell. But all kidding aside, overpopulation is a huge problem and definitely can be something that urbanization might cause and could be something that contributes to detrimental or negative effects when it comes to our human and physical geography overall. So, what we're going to look at is today, you're going to see that there is a little world population through time video. And so you'll just click on that and then click it a second time and it will take you to this wonderful little video. There is no sound on this video, as you can see here, but it's going to run you through from about 12,000 years ago all the way to today, roughly. And then you can see just exactly how the world population changed. You can see down here, it's by the millions. And so it will get to 1,000 million. That would be billions, by the way. And so you can see kind of how the world shifted in its population over time. So kind of a fun thing to look at and experiment and think about in terms of what does population look like and how does it spread? And you can see it in relation to what we look at for our countries today, even though a lot of these things would not have had the same country borders at that time. But still fun to look at. The other thing we're going to do today is we have a digital notebook slide deck here for you. So you'll click into overpopulation here and then making sure that your big blue bubble is on assignment. You're going to see that this is due at 11:59. This is due for points, ladies and gentlemen. So please make sure you get it in. Don't lose points for being late. Simply says, please use the website linked on the second slide to complete the digital notebook. If you are a pre-AP or GT class, you have the following extension. You'll need to type in at the bottom of the last slide. You're going to think about this: comparing and contrasting urbanization with overpopulation. Can urban sprawl alleviate overpopulation? Remember that we talked about urban sprawl a little bit when we talked about urbanization in and of itself. That's the idea of converting something from rural to suburban or suburban to fully urban. But as you notice here, when we spread out from the major urban area of Houston to the suburban area of Spring, out to Tomball, out to the Woodlands, and there's still a little bit of country here and there, but then we start getting more suburban areas, that urban sprawl. Can urban sprawl alleviate overpopulation? If so, should it? If not, why not? This is what you're going to be talking about there. So let's go ahead and take a look at our actual document here. So if we're on page 1, you can see here that it's just a slide, a title slide for overpopulation. Again, you are going to want to use this website to complete the rest of the slides. So clicking on here is going to give you this wonderful website from eSchool Today that talks about what overpopulation is. It's got a lot of great information, and yes, you can click next. There are many pages. Now, you see that some of this stuff is just terms, so please make sure you're looking over them so that you can understand them. Yes, we'll talk about a little bit of them. You can always ask if you have a question, but this is basically just giving you an idea of the vocabulary you might see on the following pages. Things like demography, which is the study of human populations. You know, population increase when it goes up, population decrease when it comes down. The idea of migration, which is where people are moving across the world for whatever reason. Maybe it's a push reason that it's pushing them away, or a pull reason where it's bringing them to some place. Those are going to cause migrational shifts. That's all about the movement of the things. That's one of our 5 themes of geography. Underpopulation, right? That's the exact opposite of overpopulation. That's where you have a low population density. So you have stuff like that. And then, of course, the population pyramid chart that helps break down things by age and gender and the distribution of population. You then will have the effects of population that you can read and learn about. You can also look into things that cause overpopulation. And you're going to continue through all of these different things that talk about the effects of overpopulation and what it will look like. Why? So that you can answer all of the questions in the slides. You'll see here that the very first thing is it's asking what is the overpopulation. So you're going to want to make sure in your own words to talk about what that might look like. Definition of overpopulation would be the state where too many people live in one area where there are not enough natural resources. There you go. And then you're going to list some of the characteristics of overpopulation. Okay, again, you can see that they're providing you with examples of what overpopulation might look like, some of the effects of that, so that you can look through these slides and determine what it might look like. Okay? They have a whole bunch of different things just here for you to look at and see. And you're going to simply fill out what those things. If it asks for a picture, please make sure that you've used that big blue edit, not this little edit button right here, not this one right here. No, no, no. We want to use the big blue edit button in our Schoology so that you can get in and insert your pictures. It's going to ask you for some of the effects of what overpopulation will look like. And oh, look, here we are on the effects page. So you can simply put in some of that information here. And again, plug in a picture. Causes of overpopulation. What might cause overpopulation? Well, holy moly, don't you look that? They've even got a whole page on the causes of overpopulation. So you're going to use this information here to fill out the entire chart and make sure that you can relate this information back, okay? So if you have any questions, make sure you send me a note here in Schoology. You're always welcome to do that. You're also welcome to send me an email. And I do hope that you have an absolutely wonderful day. Mr. Quinton, out.